If you were a married woman watching this right now, let me ask you something, gently but honestly. When was the last time you felt truly seen, truly heard, truly safe in your marriage? Not because there was no fight, not because everything looked fine from the outside, but because your heart actually felt at peace. Because the truth is, most marriages don't break because of loud arguments or dramatic betrayals. They slowly weaken because of silent threats that creep in quietly, unnoticed, unspoken. And by the time a woman realizes what's happening, she often feels exhausted, disconnected, and unsure of how she even got there. And this story begins with a woman just like you. Let's call her Sarah, a devoted wife, responsible, caring, doing everything she could to keep her home peaceful, her husband comfortable, her marriage intact. Yet every night she felt a strange emptiness sitting beside him on the same couch, sharing the same space, but not the same emotional world. Her husband wasn't cruel, he wasn't abusive, he didn't shout or accuse, and that made it even harder to explain the ache she carried. Because how do you explain pain when nothing obvious is wrong? Sarah noticed small changes first. Conversations became shorter, eye contact faded, appreciation disappeared, intimacy felt mechanical. And slowly, she began to silence herself. She stopped sharing her worries because she didn't want to seem needy. She stopped expressing disappointment because she didn't want to create tension. And without realizing it, she began shrinking inside her own marriage, telling herself that this is just how marriage becomes, that stability means silence, that love means adjustment. But what she didn't know was that these silent compromises were becoming silent threats, because silence in marriage is not peace. Silence is often unspoken resentment, unmet needs, emotional neglect, and gradual disconnection. And this is where many marriages begin to weaken, not from betrayal, but from emotional absence, from avoidance, from the slow erosion of emotional safety. Psychology teaches us that human beings need emotional responsiveness to feel secure, especially in long-term relationships. When a wife feels emotionally unseen, her nervous system stays in survival mode. She becomes hyper-aware, anxious, or emotionally numb. And when she suppresses her feelings for too long, she either explodes later or disconnects completely. And many husbands don't even realize they are part of this silent threat, because silence looks like calm to them, withdrawal looks like independence, and emotional shutdown looks like strength. But inside, the marriage is slowly starving. Another silent threat is overgiving without boundaries. When a wife constantly sacrifices her needs, her rest, her identity, believing love requires self-erasure. But love does not grow where one person disappears. It grows where both people feel valued. When you give without receiving emotional reciprocity, resentment builds quietly, and resentment is one of the most dangerous silent killers of intimacy. Another threat is unspoken expectations, hoping your husband will change, notice, understand, without ever clearly expressing your needs, then feeling disappointed when he doesn't, not because he doesn't care, but because he doesn't know, and silence teaches him that everything is fine. Another silent danger is emotional comparison, scrolling through social media, watching other couples, silently questioning why your marriage doesn't feel like that, internalizing dissatisfaction instead of addressing reality. And perhaps the most damaging silent threat of all is losing your sense of self, when your happiness becomes entirely dependent on how your husband behaves, how much attention he gives, how emotionally available he is. You slowly hand over your power, and a marriage built on emotional dependency rather than partnership becomes fragile. So how do you protect your marriage from these silent threats without fighting, without begging, without losing yourself? The first step is awareness, because what you can name, you can change. Start noticing where you are silent, not because you are calm, but because you are afraid of conflict. Ask yourself honestly, am I choosing peace or am I avoiding discomfort? The second step is learning to communicate without accusation. Instead of saying, "You never listen," say, "I feel disconnected when we don't talk." Instead of saying, "You don't care," say, "I need more emotional closeness to feel secure."
This shifts the conversation from blame to vulnerability, which invites connection instead of defense. The third step is rebuilding emotional boundaries. Love does not mean unlimited access to your emotional energy. It means mutual respect. It means knowing when to pause, when to rest, when to say no without guilt, because a rested woman communicates better than an exhausted one. The fourth step is reclaiming your identity outside your marriage. Pursue what fulfills you, your interests, your friendships, your growth, not as an escape from marriage, but as nourishment for yourself, because a fulfilled woman brings presence, not pressure, into her relationship. The fifth step is emotional self-regulation, learning to calm yourself before reacting, learning to respond instead of react, learning that your worth is not measured by your husband's mood, attention, or emotional availability. And here is the healing truth every wife needs to hear. You can protect your marriage without carrying it alone. You can speak your needs without sounding demanding. You can honor your feelings without creating drama. You can love deeply without abandoning yourself. Marriage does not require silence. It requires safety. It requires two emotionally present people willing to listen, adjust, and grow. And even if your husband is not fully there yet, your emotional strength can change the dynamic, not by forcing him, but by changing how you show up. When you stop over-explaining, stop over-giving, stop pleading for attention, and instead ground yourself in calm clarity, your energy shifts, and that shift is felt. Healing does not mean perfection, it means progress. It means choosing honesty over avoidance, connection over comfort, self-respect over self-sacrifice. And if you are listening to this and recognizing yourself, know this: you are not weak, you are not failing, you are not asking for too much. You are asking for what every human heart needs: emotional presence, respect, and safety. Your marriage deserves protection, but so do you. And when you protect yourself emotionally, you actually protect your marriage from the inside out. So if this message spoke to your heart, share it with a woman who may be silently struggling. Leave a comment letting me know what resonated with you, and subscribe for more guidance that helps you build a marriage without losing yourself. Because strong marriages are not built on silence, they are built on awareness, courage, and emotional truth.